Alright, stage 5 of the Intelligentsia Cup. It is another road race, 70 miles, Kermesse, however you say it. It is more of a circuit race on this out and back course. Pan flat, really the only obstacles were all these cracks in the ground. Also they put these barriers up, I thought way too close. They came in from the side, you had to pay attention. Oh, and there's this monster pothole also that will come up later in this video. And then on the back section, in this little four-corner area, you had some really bad chopped up pavement on the outside, but otherwise really good roads, really chill, a lot of people joking around with each other. And the beginning of the race was, you know, the first 3/4 of the race was pretty calm. Not many attacks, everyone was getting along nicely. So as the race progressed, the wind became a little bit more of a factor and started getting much faster. The attacks started flying and things just kind of stretched out single file. So I think there were a lot of guys attacking who missed the breakaway from yesterday and were extra motivated to try to make something happen. But, you know, on this course, it wasn't quite windy enough, wasn't quite hard enough. And also, remember, twice a lap, you got to see the breakaway coming the other direction. So all these little moves that would establish a gap, you'd be able to see. Oh, that current house guy almost hit that monster pothole. A lot of people almost missed that thing. And there just really was no call-outs for that. And that would have destroyed a carbon wheel. So in the closing laps here, teams started to organize. See Skyline there. And I recognize that.
Stay on it, Matt. That looks good.
I'm telling Matt here to stay on. The Da Vinci team, they have like 6 riders here in front of us. This is 2.5 laps to go. And we're moving up on the inside here. The wind is coming just a little bit right to left right here. So this is a good line. And also, you know, we're not one of the major teams. So it's a good idea for us to jump on the back of one of these organized teams. Hopefully get a free ride up towards the finish. But you got to fight for it here, and you can see I get squeezed right here, and pretty close call. That's a really tall curb. Like your pedal will strike that curb just on the downstroke. So as we approach the turnaround, you have this asshole and tent rider dive bombs the corner, proceeds to take himself and several other riders out through the hairpin. And remember that we're coming into to 1 lap to go here. This is just under 5.5 kilometers to go. So everyone's now desperate to get back into position, burning matches, while the front, 15 or so riders just rides away. And that's all controlled by cyclists and Kern House too, so they're jamming on the front. They're going full gas on the front. And we're all burning tons of matches here just to get back on terms. Now I'm trying not to panic, and I look around, I'm in still pretty good company. This is a Colombian cyclist here in front of me, and he's already won a stage. He's a really strong sprinter, so still pretty happy with my position here. Like I said, trying not to panic. And I get behind this Trek rider, and maybe he's got his head down, but he just like bunny hops, and I barely avoid that man-eating pothole, which was one of several near misses, believe it or not. People just didn't call it out, like I said before. So we're coming through the bell lap here. I'm still looking for a good wheel to jump on, good lead out. I still need to move up quite a bit. Have time to do so, but find a pretty good line on the outside here on this XXX guy's wheel. But man, we cut it close against the curb here. This is another really tall curb, which would clip your pedal if you're too close to it. And here we're coming through this last 4-corner section for the last time. You have these Da Vinci guys, which they were all caught up behind that crash, and they've organized again. So I'm excited to jump back on that because I know they're moving towards the front. But there's the Kern House guy who just invades personal space, and they were really good at that. So he was having none of that. He had the same idea I did, in fact. So I'm excited to get on his wheel, maybe get a free ride towards the front. So here we are, second to last, penultimate straightaway. We have just over 3 kilometers to go. And you see the cyclist guys on the left burning themselves off. They're going full gas at the front. And they've already assumed control of the front, and now I'm a little bit desperate just to get towards the front, get back into sprinting position because I am way too far back here. But it's going to take, we're going 32 right here, and it's going to take like a 34, 35 mile an hour effort just to get back towards the front. And remember, this is a crosswind here, right to left. If anything, there's a little bit of a headwind also. So it's going to be a difficult task to get up there. See an opportunity here on the left, though, so I start moving up on the left-hand side of the course, which is, again, the downwind section, but I'm still burning some matches just to get up there. So I'm pretty happy with this position right here. I'm towards the back of the cyclist lead out, sitting maybe 10th wheel or so. This is where I want to be. pretty hard to maintain position through here, though, and also I'm constantly getting bumped on the right-hand side, and the left hand is really dangerous. It's that tall curb again. So I'm doing what I can here to fight and maintain position. And in looking back at this, I probably could have done a much better job to move up here and to hold wheels. I was pretty exhausted from yesterday's effort, to be honest, in the breakaway all day. If you guys haven't seen that video, check that out. But you can see these Kernhouse guys, I mean, they're very aggressive, and he just forced his way up on my left right there, and I had really nowhere to go. So kind of damage control now. I've lost a few too many spots. There was people moving up on the right that I couldn't do much about. Also, I'm losing positions on the left, so gotta fight a little bit more through here and be a little bit more aggressive if I want to contend the field sprint. But still, you know, as we approach the turnaround here, I'm still surrounded by strong riders. This is Hayden Strong on the Bissell team. He was holding the leader's jersey for a while. Oh, and there goes another intent rider doing the same exact thing as before, which just drove me nuts. Dive bombs this corner. And now I'm kind of paying for being out of position here, and also being on the left, because now that we've turned around, now the wind's coming left to right, and now I'm just completely out of position. I'm desperately trying to move up here, but really I should be on the far right-hand side of the road, but nobody's letting me in there. I probably could have forced the issue a little bit more, but man, these guys race really aggressive, and you can see here, Da Vinci rider pushing me. I try to squeeze back in. Another rider pushing me on the right here. So it was just a little too late for me at this point. Definitely out of position to contend the sprint finish for the win here. I'm just trying to stay up in the mix and get some Omnium points, but man, boom, get pushed again by that big triple X guy pretty hard, and now I'm just kind of out of it mentally and pretty exhausted from the day before. So I'm just trying to get to the finish now, and also just moments ago there was a huge crash on the right that happened just behind me and to the right, in the position where I wanted to be. So so that's how these field sprints go. Everyone's just super aggressive. So now yeah, this is just the worst field sprint ever, guys. I'm gonna call this video the worst field sprint ever, because this is how not to do it. Opportunity wasted here, but good thing there's 5 more stages, and got a lot more cool content coming up. So if you haven't subscribed, click the button below. Later.